Thank you for joining me today. My name is Kara and I love to create through crafting, decorating, and cooking, and I love to save money while doing all my favorite things. Today's video is going to feature 3 fall farmhouse DIYs, and this video is part of a collaboration that's hosted by Carol at My Blessed Nest and Sandra at the Schwoen's Nest. So I am going to have both of their channels linked below, as well as the playlist to this collaboration. I hope you enjoy what I made, and let's get started. First up, I'm going to do a repaint on this Dollar Tree ceramic owl. I just want to give it more of a neutral farmhouse look, so I'm going to start with some of my gray elephant Waverly chalk paint and give it 2 coats. And then I'm going to go in with white paint on this really small, this is actually a makeup brush from Dollar Tree, and I find that these work really well for small detail work. So I'm just going to use that white and go around the eyes. Now I'm gonna dry brush some white on his forehead and then some of those feathers on the back, just to give this a little bit more texture and depth. Now I'm going to go in with a black paint pen and outline those white circles that I did around the eyes, both on the inside and the outside of the white circle. I'm going to give it a black outline, and then I'm going to fill in the very middle part of the eyes with black paint.
About to leave, already packing. Come with me, I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we don't know. About to see the world in action, what we can be, life with no distractions. We'll get away.
Next, I'm taking some feathers that I got at the craft store, and I'm picking out the ones that I like best. I chose 5 feathers total for this, and I'm really just going to put them along the eyebrows. And I'm putting on my pink silicone finger protector from the Dollar Tree. If you don't have one of these yet, it's definitely worth it for projects like this where you're using hot glue and you don't want to burn your finger. So I'm putting 1 longer feather along each eyebrow, and then I'm covering up the base of each of the longer feathers with a shorter, fluffier feather, and then I put 1 really fluffy one in the middle to cover up where all of those kind of seams were in between the longer and shorter feathers. And here's that owl on my mantle. I just love him. He looks so grumpy, and it's just very fall and cute. Next up, we're going to make a pumpkin topiary, and I'm using one of these gourd vases from Dollar Tree and some pumpkins that I got from the Target Dollar Spot last year. These came in an 8-pack, so there are 2 of each color. The white, the darker teal, the lighter, more like seafoam, minty green color, and then the gray. So all I'm doing is removing the stem from one of the pumpkins, the one that's going to be attached to the vase, and then I'm just going to stack these up. And I wanted them to kind of have a whimsical look to them, where they're kind of attached at different angles. You could definitely make this too with all of the pumpkins just stacked up straight if you were going for that kind of look. But I wanted this to have some movement to it, so I did it this way.
Oh, come on and let's go, let's be free with me. Yeah. Life is a winding.
I'm just gonna take some jute twine and wrap it around the neck of the vase and tie a knot.
Driving through days and nights, won't stop for traffic lights. And I really wanna know if I will ever figure out where the road goes. Even if I'm falling down, I will keep on searching for my highs. You can say I lost my mind, I will keep on holding my head high, even if the sky is falling down.
Now I just take a pretty long piece of jute and wrap it around 4 fingers twice, and then I take that off, pinch the middle, and just tie a knot around the middle to make a cute little bow, and I'll hot glue that on.
And I really wanna know if I will ever figure out where the road goes. Even if I'm falling down, I will keep on searching for my highs.
So I made 2 of these, and I made them kind of the mirror image of each other, so one of them is on one side of my mantle and the other is on the other side.
The sky is falling down, yeah. The sky is falling down.
For today's final project, I wanted to make something apple themed because I have a lot of pumpkin stuff going on, but I wanted to have something with the apple theme too. So I had this sign laying around, and then I wanted to take a piece of scrapbook paper that had the wood look to it and Mod Podge this onto the front. So I thought of a new way to use the Dollar Tree poster stickers for this project. Instead of actually using the sticker of the letter, I'm going to use the negative space around it so that I can create the outline of some words. So with those, I'm going to spell out hot cider, and I'm just cutting around the space where each sticker would be. And then I printed off this apple, and I'm just going to do my favorite transferring method where I scribble on the back of the apple picture with pencil, and then I use a ballpoint pen to trace around the outline of that picture to transfer that image onto my sign, and then I'm just going over that with a paint marker in black. And then I'm going to go in with some paint. I've just mixed red acrylic paint with some brown to get the color I wanted for my apple, and then I'm using brown for the stem and mixing a little green with brown for the leaf. And then I'm going to use that same transferring method to write the word apple on here that I printed off in this pretty script. And finally, I will fill that in with my black paint pen.
Didn't seem to do you any good. I know you've tried so hard. I know you've done your part. It's not fair. You did your time. How much longer will you suffer in this life?
So now it's a little easier to see what I have done with the outline of these poster stickers. So I cut around each letter so that I have the full outline of each letter, and then I'm basically using that as a stencil to get the words hot cider onto my sign. And I think it would look wonderful even if you did decide to fill the letters completely in, but I actually liked the way it looked with just the outline on here, so that's all I'm gonna do.
How much longer will you suffer in this life? But don't give up, just hold on tight, it'll be alright.
I have this in my tiered tray in my kitchen, and I just love how it looks in there.
We're like one, and without you I'm sinking. I'm always shining next.
Thanks again for joining me today and seeing what I put together for this fall farmhouse DIY challenge. I hope you enjoyed, and leave me a comment down below letting me know which one was your favorite. I hope you guys are ready for fall, because I am. See you next time. Bye.
I'm delighted 'cause I got you.
I have always been afraid of changes, but you shown me life is full of faces. Sometimes clouds got in our favorite places, but we were young and unaware.